dropping shit at the pilot. Niggas be broken, be sobbing, but still talking shit like they violent. Niggas is broke.
So the 2018 NBA season is literally right around the corner, less than a month away, and if you are not hyped for this season, you are not my friend, period. I mean, I didn't even know that preseason starts in less than 2 weeks. But looking at opening week may be intimidating to some people, and some people don't have time to watch all the games, and maybe some are literally just getting into the NBA. Hey, don't worry, man, I got y'all, man, I got y'all. So I've compiled the top 10 games to watch for in week 1, and a little preview for each one in this video. But with that being said, let's get started. Celtics versus Cavs. The very first game of the season, maybe the best one out of the whole entire season in terms of storyline. The Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Boston Celtics. We all know what this one is about, man. This offseason, Kyrie Irving, to many people Cleveland's second best player and their future, requested a trade and got traded to none other than their conference rival, one of LeBron's oldest rivals, and the team they just faced in the conference finals last year, in the Boston Celtics, for Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, the 2018 Nets pick, Ante Zizic, and a second-round draft pick. And on the first day of the season, the first game of them all, the first one that we see for next season, we have Kyrie Irving himself returning to Cleveland, except for the opposing team. Tensions will be high, probably the highest they will ever be for the season. Rockets versus Warriors. And literally the game after the Cavs game, we have possibly another conference finals preview in the Rockets versus the Warriors. Now last year, a lot of people thought the Rockets actually matched up best against the Warriors, with one of the best offenses in the league and a guy in James Harden having an all-time great season. But in the offseason, they pulled off a blockbuster trade, sending a whole heap of role players, Lou Williams, Pat Bev, for one of the best point guards in the league in Chris Paul. Now, not only will our questions about how James Harden and Chris Paul will be finally answered, we're also gonna get a glimpse at how one of the most star-studded duos in the league stack up to the defending champs. 76ers versus Wizards. Finally, we might be able to see the 76ers with their full cast of young stars healthy, especially Ben Simmons, the top rookie from last year's class, and also Joel Embiid and how he's recovered from the injury. We also get to see Markelle Fultz in action for the first time, and what better way to test all that young talent out than go up against one of the best teams in the conference in the Washington Wizards. Bucks versus Celtics. So a lot of people have the Bucks as the team that will make that leap this year, and Giannis as that guy that will leap with them. To a handful of people, an MVP candidate. And we get to see them face the Celtics for their first game of the season, possibly a playoff preview as well, along with the fact that this is Boston's home opener. And you know I'm gonna be watching this game, you know I am. Timberwolves versus Spurs. So as we know, a lot of teams made moves this offseason, and one of those teams were the Minnesota Timberwolves, as they traded for Chicago's Jimmy Butler to create a big three of Wiggins, Cat, and Jimmy Butler, and the addition of veteran point guard Jeff Teague. So we get to see their first showing of the season against the San Antonio Spurs and Kawhi Leonard. To me, the favorite among fans to win the MVP this year. This should be a really, really good game. Thunder versus Knicks. Are y'all seeing the pattern here? Another team who made an off-season acquisition, the Oklahoma City Thunder, make their debut as they added Paul George to the team in the off-season. The start of, to me, the most important season in both of Russ and PG's career. Obviously, the opponent could be a lot better for the debut, but to me, it's still a pretty big game. Lakers versus Clippers. Yes sir, Lonzo Ball's first game in the NBA, and it's gonna be a good one. Look, love him or hate him, him and his father have made him must-watch TV, either for his fans or for his haters. And now that he's playing for the Lakers, it's time to live up to the hype, and what way better than to start out the season with the battle for LA against the Clippers with their numerous offseason acquisitions as well. Cavs versus Bucks. Like I said, a lot of people, including me, are expecting a lot from Giannis and the Bucks. And aside from the Celtics, hell, even with the Celtics, The Cavs are still the defending Eastern Conference champions, and if we really think the Bucks are going to make that leap, it's going to be really fun to see how they stack up against the Cavs in the first week of the season. Warriors versus Pelicans. This one really isn't about the Warriors as much as it is about the Pelicans. The Pelicans signed Tony Allen, Rondo, Ish Smith, and with a full offseason of Boogie and AD putting in work, it's time to see what this duo can do against the Warriors. Because let's be real here, last year they were very underwhelming in the time they played together. But now there's really no excuse. Let's see what the Twin Towers can do. Timberwolves versus Thunder. So we have two teams who were extremely active in the offseason that are star-studded with a game of chemistry under them and what could be a playoff preview as well. Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, Jimmy Butler, Jeff Teague, Russell Westbrook, Paul George. A lot of good players here. And it's not even about the storyline of this game. I just think it's really just a high-level game that people really should watch. But with that being said, folks, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I am excited for week 1 of the NBA season. Leave a like if you are as well. Also, I'm gonna be uploading on my second channel a little bit more often now. I'm gonna be doing some reactions, some 2K stuff on there. So if y'all want to check that out, go ahead, check that out. The link will be in the description. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.